Good morning, everyone. Today, our group will be reporting about the elements of media design and digital media. The following reporters are Melvin Nicolai Pipito, Alex Stephen Torres, Jared Kent Arong, Jundel Itulie, Wilmar Barra, Kim Rivas, Zaira Veden, Johanna Montalvo, and Michelle Rose Desamparado. Elements of media design.
Type. Whether you're choosing a font or creating your own typography for a graphic design project, it is important to make sure the type you use is legible and appropriate for your subject. Type affects the overall mood of a design, so consider whether your letters should be print or script, and whether they should have angles that are sharp or rounded. In addition, the weight of your lettering is also an important part of your design. Typically, large or thick letters convey that the words they convey are important. If you aren't careful, though, they can also seem heavy-handed or disrupt a design's balance. Thin letters can connote elegance or modernity, but they can also seem fragile. If you can settle on one font or size, there may be a room for you to incorporate more than one into your logo's final design. But as a general rule, don't exceed 3 in a given project.
Layout basically means the arrangement of predetermined items such as image, text, and style on a page. It establishes the overall appearance and the relationships between the graphic elements to achieve a smooth flow of message and eye movement for maximum effectiveness or impact. You just decode on placement, color, text, and etc. for items you already have. Graphic layout plays a very important role in creating and achieving a successful design that easily attracts potential customers, is user-friendly, easy to understand, has a universal appeal. For further explanation, layout design is a key aspect of graphic design that deals with arrangement of text and graphics. The success of any sort of design from print to online is heavily impacted by layout, and a great layout not only looks appealing but also assists the viewer in understanding the message sent by the design. In other words, understanding layout is critical when it comes to producing interesting designs, particularly in online design and advertising.
Paragraphs. Paragraphs are an essential element of media design. They are able to divide contents into a logical and organized manner in order to deliver information better, which helps the reader keep engaged. The purpose of a paragraph is to express a speaker's thoughts on a particular point in a clear way that is unique and specific to that paragraph. In other words, paragraphs shouldn't be mixing thoughts or ideas. When a new idea is introduced, generally, a writer will introduce a new paragraph. There are several ways of formatting paragraphs that are widely used, but they all function to provide a visual separation. Each treatment works slightly differently to emphasize, solidify, and enhance the layout and overall goals of the design. Line. Is line just a series of points? Or is it the best way to get from point A to point B? As a geometric conception, a line is a point in motion with only one dimension, which is length. Line has both a position and a direction in space. The variables of line are size, shape, position, direction, number, interval, and density. Points create lines. Lines create shapes or planes and volume. They are used to divide space, direct the user's eye, create flow, create emphasis, and organize all design elements into form. Lines can stand alone or be part of another graphic element. Lines are the most basic of all the elements of design. Lines can be long or short, straight or curved. They can also be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Lines are solid, dashed, thick, thin, or of variable width.
Heading. The header plays a key role in the design of a website and sets the tone for its every other aspect, especially now in the era of triumphant minimalism, when various eye candies often get ruthlessly but fairly expelled. Sometimes, there is nothing else left for the eye to catch, so the role of a website header design has increased significantly. For further explanation, the header in graphic design will give a website a wonderful visual identity. A signature graphic and page layout allows the reader to understand the purpose of the website in general, the purpose of a content and its subsequent relation to the other pages. Graphics used in the headers is used to show the relation series of the website's web pages, being the strategic part of the page that people see in the first seconds of loading a website. A header acts as a kind of invitation.
Good day everyone. I'm Jared Kent Arong. I'm here to discuss about lights, one of the elements of digital media. Lights effect in graphic design are way to give neatness to image, creating a strong contrast between lights and dark tones. These effects give us best result which when used in really dark image in order to highlight a particular point of the visual to guide and attract the viewer. In my own understanding, lights in digital media can create nice effect in our photo, and we can adjust it in how bright we want to apply in it on the photo, and can edit it to make the image attract the viewers. Like for example, I edit my photo to make me look more attractive for the people or viewers, even though I'm not that attractive. Then sometimes when we are in dark place, I adjust the brightness so we will see in the picture. So light is useful in digital media.
One of the elements of the digital media is color. So color, typically known as hue. This word represents a specific color or light wavelength found in the color spectrum, ranging circularly from red to yellow, green, blue, and back to red. As we go deeper in certain kind of topic, a color they are non-verbal communication. So colors have symbolism, color meanings that go beyond ink, and as you design brochure, logos, and website, it is helpful to keep in mind how the eye and the mind perceive certain colors and the color meanings we associate with each colors. Kato ko nung nakita na itong mga colors sa color spectrum guys, like katong red, blue, green, yellow, black. So kato ko every color nako the meanings. For example, si red is the color of fire and blood, so it is associated with energy, war, danger, strength, power, determination, as well as passion, desire, and love. It has very high visibility, which is why stop signs, stoplights, and fire equipments are usually painted red. Orange combines the energy of red and the happiness of yellow. It is associated with joy, sunshine, and the tropics. Orange represents enthusiasm, fascination, happiness, creativity, determination, attraction, success, encouragement, and simulation. To the human eye, orange is a very hot color, so it gives the sensation of heat. Nevertheless, orange is not as aggressive as red. Yellow is the color of sunshine. It is associated with joy, happiness, intellect, and energy. Color ko na yellow guys, nga nag-compose of kaning or nagmean kalipay, kalingaw, intellect. Mostly intellect is mind, di ba? And yellow produces a warming effect, arouses cheerfulness, stimulates mental activity, and generates muscle energy. Ang color yellow ko na guys is like attention getters, like kabantay mo ng katong mga taxi cab. Last example katong murag pizza bitaw. Ano katong murag isa to nga pizza guys, color yellow ilang kwan. So mo sa siguro ni rason no kay dagan naman sad mamalit, dagan sa maingganyo ba. Mo na guys, og ikaw guys ganahan ka magkuan, ma-attract ni mong kuan, ma-get ni mga attention sa imong bebe guys. Or I mean imong crush, dapat magsulob ka gilo para makuha ni mo yung attention ba. Mo na maingganyo man siya noon. Kaya ba gid niya, sige lang gilo ba. Char lang guys, ana ba. Green. Green is the color of nature. Kuan guys, nature ba. Kaya naman tayo ng nature, di ba? It symbolizes growth, harmony, freshness, and fertility. Green has strong emotional correspondence with safety. Dark green is also commonly associated with money. Green has great healing power. It is the most restful color of for the human eyes. It can improve vision. So, akong nabantayan sa dani guys, ug ako sang nakuha no na-experience it, like every time bitaw mag-expose ko sa kanang cellphone, babagi ako mata sa radiation. Mag 15 minutes ko na may mga daghang kahoy diri, mag 15 to 30 minutes magtanaw-tanaw ko green kay mura man kuno sag makuan guys, naman na say nato say murag dili ka mo kuan largo ba mo imo say tanaw green bitaw. Green suggests stability and endurance. Use green to indicate safety when advertising drugs and medical products. So kabantay naman sa tanan ng mga advertise na green. Green is directly related to nature, so you can use it to promote green products. Blue. Blue is the color of the sky and sea. It is often associated with deep depth and stability. It symbolizes trust, loyalty, wisdom, confidence, intelligence, faith, truth, and heaven. Blue is considered beneficial to the mind and body. It slows human metabolism and produces a calming effect. Blue is strongly associated with tranquility and calmness. Black. Black is associated with power, elegance, formality, death, evil, and mystery. Black is mysterious color associated with fear and the unknown, black holes. It usually has a negative connotation. Blacklist, black humor, black death. Black denotes strength and authority. It is considered to be a very formal, elegant, and prestigious color.
Sound. Element is an art and practice creating soundtracks for a variety of needs. It involves specifying, acquiring, or creating auditory elements using audio production techniques and tools. There are 5 basic elements in sounds design. First is ambience. The ambience is essentially background noise. Ideally, it should inform the viewer about where the action is taking place. Second is Foley sound. These are the sounds that make the scene seem more real to us. Foley sound also feature in a feature film in addition to animation and motion design. Third is audio effects. These are sounds that are not naturally created in the real world and therefore can't be recorded by means of a microphone. Fourth is voiceover. It is the narrator's voice which guides us through what's happening on the screen. Similarly in the motion design, although sometimes in explainer video, we can be guided through scene by a character who is also the narrators of the piece.
Hi, this is Kimberly Rivas and I will discuss one of the element of digital media, moving images. It is a form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. In the graphic design world, movement refers to the path of a viewer's eyes as he or she looks at the work. And since the movement can add such a large sense of unity in design, it plays a significant role in the creation of process. And by tying all the different elements of design together in a specific way, you can control the movement of your viewer's eyes throughout the medium. Images or pictures perhaps are the most impactful visual tools of communications. It is because due to natural tendencies of our brains and movement of our eyes, we tend to predict things or interpret things. For example, our eyes tend to follow in a predetermined linear path, such as solid and dotted lines, follow paths like small to large elements, dark to light elements, and shapes, sizes. Moving pictures or images in digital media plays a significant role in the creation process. It is the sum or the tie of the different elements of a design together in a specific way to control the movement of the viewer's eyes throughout the medium. So naturally, human brains interpret things right away even if looking at a picture. It also varies from different people how we interpret things. But for moving images or pictures, it tells the whole story, and it also maximizes visual interest because it's an image with a lot of contrast of colors and textures, and it is just a sum up of everything, of all the elements in the digital media. Moving pictures or images provides context or a designer's communications, adds necessary drama or actions, and creates an overall mood.
Cinematography. It is the art and technology of motion picture photography. It involves such techniques as the general composition of the scene, the lighting of the set or location, the choice of cameras, the camera angle movements, and the integration of any special effects. We love cinema. No matter how much the format, audiences, and distribution may have changed, we've been telling stories in motion ever since, and since that inception, great thinkers have attempted to explain our connection with it. They have said that movies are dreams, but they are windows into worlds and lives that are not our own, but they allow us to sculpt in time. But as poetic as these descriptions are, they don't quite capture the specificity of the art form in our ability to manipulate it. For if this is about the art of visual storytelling, then the heart of cinema is cinematography. Now, cinematography is not only about how we capture the action of the scene, it is how we show that action to the audience. It just means that cinematography is all about communicating with the viewer. But because cinematography is often so beautiful and so emotional, it makes us assume that the process of filming movies must be built on some murky instincts. But instead, like all the disciplines, cinematography is built on principles of concrete understanding because cinema is a language. It sounds so simple, but it's like zooming in on the atomic level. You get to see how it really works on people. Think about it in terms of a language analogy. Words have meanings, right? Sometimes a few of them, but they have clear definitions. We have verbs, nouns, in sentence structure. These rules are critical to our use of language, but also the way we build on them. We'll follow them, invert them, and use them ironically. The key of understanding is that rules are at the heart of how we speak to each other, and our understanding of the cinematography works that exact same way. See now, cinematography is obviously not a series of mechanical static angles. Cinema is alive, it moves, and just like with angles, the way the camera moves tells us something. To the smoothness of the Steadicam or tracking shot instills us with confidence, ease, and an omnipresent ability to go through action with clarity and impunity, and we can use any number of techniques to go beyond these tactics to reveal the heart of cinematography. Where you put the camera doesn't just allow you to tell the story, it tells you what to think and feel about the story you are watching. Either way, it's all about what you want to communicate to your audience. Cinema is a language, so it's time you start talking.
That is all from us. I hope you have learned something new today. Thank you for listening, and may you have a good day.